don't care because a year from now I'll probably be a better spot. I don't know. I like to document shit so I can see where I'm at a year from now. Because a year ago, like I was saying earlier, I worked at a place called The Harris and I was a housekeeper. And some black guy trained me and he had a drinking problem. And he was like my age. He was like, I think he was a year younger. He was like 33 years old. And he said he had twin daughters who were like 4 years old at the time. He had a son who was like a year old at the time. And then he had 2 stepdaughters, even though he's not married to his baby mama. He called her daughters his stepdaughters, who were like 9 and 11. And they lived in a hotel room, he said. And I asked him what his baby mama did to help, and he said nothing. She would just sit in the hotel room with the kids all day while they tore up the room, and he would be at work as a heavy duty. We don't have heavy duty here. This is not heavy duty. Anyway, and then he would go home to this hotel room and she would just be sitting there watching her anime smoking weed while their kids are running around fucking shit up. I don't know how I got in trouble 6 years ago, because it was between me and my husband. That's why I got in trouble, because me and him were not getting along and we were fighting and whatever. I got my kids back, obviously, and then I had another baby, but my kids were never in that situation. I would never just sit in a room watching anime and getting high all day while my kids fuck up a bedroom or a hotel room. I wouldn't do that. That's why I am at work and I don't depend on any man. Actually, that's wrong. I do depend on a man. I depend on the man that I married legally 8 years ago to help us with our sons, especially our younger son who was in daycare. I paid for that shit too. I was paying out of pocket for that daycare because I had to apply and see if they could help me through the DES office. I had to apply for that by myself. Nobody did it for me. It was me. I asked them. I had to go through the whole application process, and then they approved me, and then they started helping, but I still had to pay for the copay. So yes, and I still pay for the copay. The daycare my son was recently going to, he went there for a year. They told me I didn't have to pay a copay. That's why there's no record of me paying them. But he was going there, and I put him in there. I paid $75 for the application though.